All right, Mel. It's telling us we're live, and of course, everybody. This is prior to the show's beginning at 3 o'clock. I'm sorry, 2:30, and so we're just uh, we're just talking a little bit, just like we do before each broadcast, and we're live, and that's always dangerous for us because if we goof something up, that means we can't correct it unless we just go in and take it out. But we don't like doing that. This show is,
Lord help us all.
oh yeah, I mean this show is totally unscripted, so that's the way it's going to be. And so, Mel, I see that it's our designated start time of 2:30, and what we're going to say is good afternoon, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation. This is Texas Biker Radio number 359, and we are coming to you live. My name is Mel Popeye Moss, my co host, Mel OG Robbins. We are with Sons of Liberty Riders MC, who sponsors this show each and every week. And good afternoon, Mel. How are you doing?
Well, doing fine. I was just tied up texting here a little bit. Our road captain was trying to do some uphill delegation, and I just rolled it right back at him.
Well, we'll 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 let him think about that one if he's watching.
Right.
But anyway, you can text us during the show live. You can do that. So if you wish to ask a question, you can do so. Mel, first of all, let's talk just a little bit about 9/11. Maybe I know the thing today is to ask, what you were doing when that day happened. And of course, our schools and other parts of the media are trying to uh, uh, change history, like
Oh
who
yeah,
it
they're
was.
trying to dumb it down. Let's forget about it and get on with life, and let's be happy with the jihadists and all that crap.
Oh yeah.
The New York Post got caught with its pants down.
Mhm.
They were coming at it just like gun control, where they blame the gun, not the individual behind the gun.
Mhm.
So the New York Post comes out with a Twitter saying that they were memorializing 9/11, saying the jets were aimed at the Twin Towers.
Yeah, exactly.
No mention of who the hell was in the jet and what was going on. It's all the jet's fault.
Yeah.
So let's eliminate. It's along that same philosophy of let's eliminate jet airplanes now because they knocked down the Twin Towers.
Oh, exactly.
So they caught, I guess, some horrendous heat over that tweet and pulled it down. But
Mhm.
There you go with the with the progressive loonies at it again. And if you thought the New York Post didn't have any integrity, it's got even less now.
That's true. That's true. Uh, well, Mel, today I was out in Parker County. Now I was out there for a different reason other than biker matters, but I decided to drop by the courthouse and say a little something about what's going on in Parker County. And we did today file a complaint with the Texas Attorney General's office because of the sheriff's department's lack of integrity in failing to get us in a timely manner the videos that we had requested through the Freedom of Information Act. And so they are they are required and with cost uh, to provide us with those videos that are public. And so we'll see what happens now. That we've gone by the sheriff's department in person. We filed by certified mail that request, and we've had email exchanges with Deputy Danny, who's never in her office, never. And we've dropped by the sheriff's department multiple times. The ladies in the offices there are nice enough. They are professionals. But it seems that we're being given the runaround. And so that's the sheriff's office's prerogative for a while, as long as they can get away with it. But we'll see what happens now, Mel. It's absolutely incredible. We've had no problems with anybody else. And Mel, I've sent out multiple requests this week for more body cam and dash videos around the state. And Mel, later on tonight, we'll premiere another video. This time, I think it's around the Temple area. We'll premiere that tonight, so be sure to pass the word on to your friends. It's an interesting video. It shows an exchange between a 1% club member and the police officers. And it's you listen closely because the exchange is absolutely incredible. That will premiere tonight, probably around 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, incredible stuff going on, Mel. Incredible stuff. But let's mention our rallies on September 21st. September 21st, rain or shine. You know, we may experience some rain showers like we're experiencing now that pop up in the afternoon or something like that. But rain or shine, these rallies will go on in front of the Tarrant County Courthouse at 11:30 a.m. We'll hold a rally there for about an hour. And then we'll saddle up and we'll ride west to Parker County, then in the Parker County Courthouse, where we will rally there. We have a right to seek redress from these government bodies that are arresting bikers, that are harassing bikers, taking bikers to jail for minor traffic infractions. Absolutely incredible, Mel. Absolutely incredible what we're seeing as crime skyrockets in the DFW area and around the state. They're going to pull bikers over, accuse them of stupid things with stupid questions, all in order to get them into a database. And Mel, the database thing is going to go wild because of what we're seeing out of our population. Who young people who do not value life, who are out doing crazy things. And Mel, now I think there was a stabbing attack. So I don't know. I didn't get where it was at this morning or yesterday afternoon, whenever it was, where a guy goes into a workplace and starts stabbing people. Absolutely incredible, Mel. You got a comment on? I said a lot there.
Well, you know, they love to push the envelope.
Yeah.
And you know, we started saying several months ago, 2019 has to be all about push back.
That's right.
We have to keep pushing back because that's the only way they're going to stop this. If you think being a nice guy or filing reports and stuff like that is going to stop this, you're crazy. you have to push back. They have to run into some kind of resistance here where they know they're getting people pissed off. And the only way we can do it is through this public display of rallies where we're protesting.
Right.
Now, needless to say, we need to be careful how we do this. We can't, put on a riot
Right.
or act like Antifa.
No.
And show up with masks and baseball bats with nails in them and stuff like that, because that's not how we roll. Every one of our rallies have always been peaceful, well-mannered, just like they told you in Milam County when the deputies walked up to you and wanted to know what was going on. And you explained, and they had observed the crowds and said, well, everything seems fine. Go ahead and proceed. And I mean, we had a very large contingent of red and gold there.
Yeah.
So that would seem to dispel, the crap that they like to put out there as propaganda, that anytime any of the 1%ers are around, or the Diamond 13s, or the support clubs, there's going to be trouble. Just exactly the opposite. So, it's important that we show up in great numbers. Numbers they understand.
Right.
And the greater the number, the more the chaos we can create, and the less they're going to be able to try and control what we're doing or how we're doing it, or the less they'll be able to profile.
Yeah. Mel, the fact that they have not responded, especially the Tarrant County Courthouse has not responded to us. Now we don't mind if they don't show up. I mean, if there's traffic chaos, that's not our fault. And we don't mind causing traffic chaos. But that may be the way it is. But we'll see. We'll see if they want to go the way of McLennan County, where they wasted tens of thousands of dollars on extra security around the courthouse. Because I can assure you, nobody's there to attack anybody. And I think that anybody that would do that, we haven't had any problems at any of our rallies. And so we expect the same thing here in these rallies. If something happens, it would be initiated by an outsider or a police department. But we'll see as it goes along. Everybody understand, if you do not get along well with others, do not come to this rally, because it is open to the public. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You have to keep your emotions in check.
If you can't behave yourself, we will ask you to leave.
That's true. That's true. But anyway, let's not think like that. We don't want those kind of problems. We're not going to have those kind of problems. We are going to have a peaceful rally. We're going to get our point across, and then we will move on to Parker County. And that'll be fun, Mel. I can't wait to do that. That's what is that? That's almost a 40-minute ride. It's going to be cool going down the highway. It always is. If the weather is, if it's not cooperating, make sure you keep your distance between each other, because there may be many riders that you do not know. So just keep that in mind. Safety is number one in these things. Especially nowadays when we have drivers of automobiles and trucks that are not watching the road, they're messing with gadgets. So we want to make sure to keep everybody's safe. Everybody. And now I don't want to talk about everything that I'm going to talk about at the rallies because I want some of it to be a surprise. Then again, it may not be a surprise. So, because we've seen so much of violating our constitutional rights. I mean, just stupid things. When 1% or not, the hype that's put out by law enforcement, and I've said this many times, Mel, it does not match what we see happening on the ground. When you think about all the crimes, drugs and killings and everything else that's going on, it's not bikers that are the perpetrators. But yet we're treated as if we were. And I find that sickening. Sickening, Mel, because we know the truth. And it's our job to help spread the truth wherever we can find it. And it's not hard to find. You have to dig a little. It's just below the surface. Now, and that's part of what I'm going to be talking about in front of these two courthouses. Each one of them are different in their own way because in Fort Worth, it's the Fort Worth Gang Unit. And in Parker County, it's the Sheriff's Department. But it switches from one or the other throughout the state. Whether you're in Belton, whether you're in Temple, whether you're in Milam County, I mean, it makes no difference. It switches back and forth. Austin can be the Austin PD. So, I mean, they're mandated to do this stuff. We found this out through CCP 61.02. We found that out through one of these videos that we receive. And everybody keep those coming. Let me tell you, we can request body cam videos, but in some cases it's not without a fight, like Parker County. Now, we've been nice enough to those folks. They know they have to give it to us. Of course, they can always go in and redact what they want. But we know in that case, Mel, she told me, Deputy Danny told me, well, you don't want this video, you want this other one where 9 police officers were talking to each other or gathered up. Now, I don't have the names of those 9 police officers. If I did, I would ask for every one of them. But I'll tell you what we can do, Mel, through the new information we found, and you know what I'm talking about? We can ask even more information. And everybody, I apologize for my cold. I'm just now getting my voice back.
Me too. I'll tell you, these allergies this time of the year are just devastating.
Yeah. So anyway, Mel, you know what I'm talking about. The new method or the new information we can request. So now that I know there were 9 officers involved, but then again, I don't know their names. So it's important that you take videos and you be alert to who's who and who's there. And you'll hear that in this video coming up tonight. Absolutely incredible. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. And like we said, we have no problems seeking body cam video and dash cam videos on your behalf. If you're nervous about asking them for these items. We have no problem doing that.
Now, one thing I would like to mention, Popeye, before we get on to other subjects,
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that the Council of Clubs and Independents Region 2 is having their Get Her Done rally this coming Saturday. Actually, it starts Friday. The gates are open. It's out at Lake Worth. The address is 9700 Watercress Drive in Fort Worth. The gates open Friday night around 4 o'clock, between 4 and 5. You can camp out. There's going to be vendors out there, both food and selling jewelry, T-shirts, and stuff like that. There will be a Council of Clubs meeting, a COC&I, Council of Clubs and Independents meeting, Saturday at 2 o'clock. Everyone is welcome to stay again Saturday night. I think they have a church service out there on Sunday, and then everyone just kind of goes home. But it's the big annual Get Her Done rally for the TCOC&I Region 2 up here in the DFW area. If you can at all make it, it would be a good place to come, find out what's going on in this region. Usually our legal advisor is there, Bill Smith. There'll be plenty of speakers. We'll talk about bikers' rights, upcoming events. We'll be talking more about the rally that we're going to have on the 21st. And please come. I can't remember the name of the park up there, Popeye. Can you remember it?
You're asking me.
Yeah, I know.
I have to write down everything, including
It's at Lake Worth, and the address is 9700 Watercress Drive. It's the same place it's been every year.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
true. Okay.
I just wanted to be sure that we mentioned that.
Okay, Mel. And also, I want to mention the rally in Milam County on October 5th, 1:30 p.m. in front of the Milam County Courthouse. Yeah, you're going to get a chance to go down there again. This rally is really important. As you've heard, we have not only a 1% biker, but we have a 24-year, this is the same person, a 24-year combat veteran who's a Purple Heart recipient, a 2-time Bronze Star recipient that's facing criminal carry charges. And he's never, I repeat, never been in trouble with the law. Period. He had a CHL, which is supposed to prevent these kind of charges. But yet here he is defending himself from prison time. It's incredible, everybody. It's incredible. If you've never had a history as a criminal, why should you be facing criminal charges? Because those charges are false. Go ahead, Mel.
I'd like to add a point here too. Rather than cop a plea to a lesser charge, he is standing tall for the entire biker community in the state of Texas. He wants this to go to trial. He knows it's unconstitutional. I mean, the only crime he committed here was he wore a cut. He was riding a motorcycle.
Wow.
That is his only crime.
And 7 miles over the speed limit is what the DPS officer said he stopped him for.
Now, we might add, this is the DPS officer that likes to play with nipple.
Oh, that's right.
So you got a demented law enforcement officer out there on the road to begin with, that's given full sway on who he feels should be in the crime database, the Texas gang crime criminal database, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's scary to think an individual like that, at his discretion, he can add you to the database. He can confiscate your firearm, negate your concealed carry permit. This guy can pull all kinds of crap. And this guy is standing tall in Milam County. He wants it to go to trial so that this can be settled once and for all throughout the state. Because everyone's being harassed with this.
Mel, when a guy like that stands up for us, we've got to stand up for him. We've got to.
He's standing up for us.
Once again, he wants to go to trial. He wants to go to trial because he knows this is wrong. He knows he's not guilty. And Mel, I think that law officer should be in the database.
Yeah, he's a gang member.
He's not only a gang member, he's a criminal for messing with young ladies' boobies. He had no business in that room. There was a lady law officer there. And he had no business of joining in. But yet he did, which shows he doesn't have, what's the word I'm looking for, Mel? He doesn't have a good sense. And not in this day and age. When you touch a woman, he shouldn't have got away with that, and he did. He's still wearing a badge. And I don't know how a judge gets past that. I just don't. But we've seen a DA that was willing to send over 100 people to prison for what could have been, Mel, up to 45 years. People that were innocent of any crimes. That's what we saw. And Mel, that's what's jaded me to the system that can put you into a criminal database like one of our members who hasn't been on a motorcycle in 3 or 4 years now. I think it's going on 4. Due to a head injury he got in a motorcycle accident. We're trying to figure out how in the hell he got in there. Then on top of that, Mel, we have our Houston chapter. You want to explain that one?
Oh, yeah, here we go. Now, down in Houston, we have another MC chapter, and our chapter president down there happens to be co-chair of the Texas Council of Clubs and Independents Region 3, which is the Houston area. Now, he sits on the board of the TCOC&I. We all know it's nothing more than a political type organization bringing the clubs and independents together to better understand their rights as bikers, their constitutional rights as citizens, and to, help promote or fight unfair legislation and fair legislation. Even by an FBI agent's testimony in that infamous trial down in San Antonio, where he got on the stand and said that the COC was nothing more than a valid political organization.
Right.
So that's on record legally in a federal court by a federal agency.
Yes.
But because there is a support club sitting on that board who also co-chairs, the Houston Gang Task Force has deemed it necessary to place our chapter in their criminal gang database down in Houston. So there we are. Sons of Liberty Riders MC in the Houston area is in their criminal gang database because we sit on a board that is shared by one or two other members that are in a support club. So there you have it.
It's incredible. My favorite word. Just incredible when we find these kind of things out. But Mel, you're so right in the fact that the TCOCI, is that what it is now? They changed the synonym.
TCOC and I.
Okay.
And then you go by region number.
Yeah. So through FBI testimony, we are legitimate political activists, political organizations. And so you're involved in the process. So now all of a sudden you're a criminal. It's ludicrous. Because the people, let me tell you, the people that work Texas Defenders and these motorcycle safety issues, even before Twin Peaks, the people that work those issues believe in what they're doing. They believe in it. They're not gathering up to plot crimes. They're gathering up to work on safety issues, support each other, and when needed, charitable causes. That's it. There's nothing else. And Mel, we were ready for it. We were ready for it if they were going to bring that up during the Twin Peaks saga. But we outlasted them. And they were guilty. And I'm talking about the DA's office, the Waco PD, and the rest of the bunch. They were guilty of trying to frame the innocent. And that's sick. Sick. Well, we've covered Milam County. We've covered Parker County. I mean, there's still a lot left undone on our plate. And but we haven't forgot about them. No, we haven't forgotten about Lake Dallas. We hadn't forgotten about Garland. We hadn't forgotten about Ellis County and the little city out there of hell, it's so little I can't remember the name of it. But it'll come to me at midnight tonight, Mel.
Yeah.
Oh, let's everybody, please subscribe to our channel. Pass the word. Pass the word. We have to continue to grow. And Mel, we noticed that we've got some ads at the front of our video. We've got to figure that out because I think they can uh, monetize this thing. Not that we're going to make any money out of it. I don't know how it all
It helps
works.
cover expenses.
Yeah, but anyway, subscribe to our show. We got to keep it growing. We're over 1,000 subscribers now, and that's what allowed me to do that video on YouTube today in front of the Parker County Courthouse. Now, I was using my phone, but in the future, we'll get better with it. And I would say we would do the Tarrant County Courthouse too, but we want you to show up for that one. We don't want you at home sitting in your easy chair. We want you getting up and getting out there and helping out. These things are always a good time. And we expect that at this one. Well, got anything else we need to bring up?
No, I think we pretty well covered it.
Did we talk about our national rally in the last show?
No.
Well, we had our national rally here, a little over a week ago now, Mel?
Yeah, it was Memorial Day week.
Yeah. We had a great time. It's always good to meet with our club members, and and the time spent together in the hotel is really more important than any rides or anything we might do, because there we get to reconnect, there we get to learn about each other, and there we get to have meetings and exchange ideas. And I think that's so important. And that's the reason clubs all around the nation have these kind of rallies and meetings. It's a good thing. But number one priority is safety, making sure everybody comes to the rallies and gets home safely. And I'm proud to say, Mel, other than motorcycle breakdowns, everybody is home, right?
That's right. Everyone made it back home safe to their state.
Yeah. So those are good things. And we're no different than any other MC, other than we do this political work, trying to help out the community and do our part. And of course, we spend more time looking at the law, whether it be legislators, excuse me, or your local police departments. We spend a lot of time looking at them, looking at their behavior, looking at the laws that have been created. It's not an easy task. It's not even an easy task of requesting these freedom of information requests and keeping track of who's complied and who hadn't. But there is a point where they're going to comply whether they don't want to or not. And that pressure has to be brought on by us. And so that's where we're at today. At some point, we're going to have an effect. And there's no doubt that we can hang in there as long as it takes. We hung in on the Twin Peaks matter 4 years. 4 years. Looking at that every which way we could think of to look at it. And discoveries, oh, discoveries. Absolutely incredible. The things we discovered. And it played a big part in Barry Johnson's win in McLennan County. Mel, it's almost like the crap's coming back.
Yeah.
But May we're at 40 minutes, and maybe we ought to quit while we're ahead, and I have a voice.
Well, you can still talk.
Yeah. But everybody, remember, rescribe. I'm not sorry, not rescribe. Subscribe. That's the danger of live radio. Subscribe to our channel. Pass the word. The weather's great here in Texas, although it's hot. Ride safe, everybody. Ride safe. And good evening, Mel.
Good night. Everyone be safe. We'll talk to you later.
And I got to hit the road again. Bye-bye.